Shalom. First and foremost, above all things, I want to give all praises and honor and glory. It's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Rakak Radash. I want to give a special double honors to our elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household, on your sincere brothers and your few sisters out there that listen and take heed to the true doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, as spoken by his servants, the prophets. And I want to go into the times that we're in, that we want to, be circumspect, especially out here dealing with these fools, man. And because, Satan uses all kind of ways to throw you off your square. And we want to stay in a mindset to stay spiritual, man. And, going back and forth with these people, the 2/3 or Esau, whatever, man, it's just foolishness, And so, with that being said, man, let me go into a scripture here that's in Ephesians chapter Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And so I wrote this. I came with this one right here because I realized that, in the times that we're living in, we're in a time where people will try you, man, and you got to use wisdom. You got to stay in a spiritual mindset, because these people are cardinal, and you can go off into, these people will take you into the spirit world if you're not careful, going back and forth with them. I don't care if it's your woman. These women. I had an incident today where this woman accused me of something I didn't do. But I looked at it like this. I was like, well, hell, if you're how about Shem outside, know the situation, know that I didn't do what she accused me of doing, I ain't gonna worry about it, And so this is how it goes, man. That's the mindset we have to be in. And at the end of the day, like the scripture saying, Romans chapter 12 and 19, vengeance is mine, I shall repay. So we have to be in that mindset, man. And as far as these women go, back and forth with them and all that, it's foolish, man. Proverbs 9 and 13, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple that knoweth nothing. Yeah. So these women, they know of nothing. So you're here. You've been blessed with all this wisdom. Why go back and forth with these women, man? I don't care if it's your own woman. Don't go back and forth with them, because at the end of the day, these fools despise wisdom, man. Let me prove that. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. And if you notice about a lot of these women, and just Jake, period, because Jake have a feminine spirit on them too. They always got to have the last word on everything, right? These women have to have the last word on everything. So they're all in that same mindset, Even, and they got a saying going right now. When I'm wrong, I'm right, So, that's the proudness and the proudness and the pridefulness of these people out here, man. And it all begins with Esau, because Esau is the proudest and the pridefulest of them all. So this is where they get that from. They've learned the ways of the heathen. So moving along, and see, this is a scripture that reflects back with us, and we have to keep this in mind, man. Romans chapter 8, verse 6, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Yeah, so, we can't be in the spirit of being cardinal, because we could lose your life behind that, sitting there stooping on their level, trying to argue with them and going back and forth with them. Jake gonna do what he do. And Jake ain't gonna listen to reason, because reason ain't in his mindset, Proverbs chapter 26 and 4. Answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Yeah, so you don't want to stoop on this level, you don't want to stoop on the level of these people, man. Whether they be Edomites or whether they be, the 2/3 of Israel, I don't care who it could be. It could be your mom, your father, your brothers, your relatives, any of your relatives, your woman, what have you. Don't stoop on that level, man. Ecclesiasticus chapter 22 and 13. I'll close out with this one. Talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that have no understanding. Yeah, see, these people have no understanding. Beware of him, lest thou have trouble, and thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness. Yeah, see, these people are mad, man. A lot of them done took that dragon juice a while back, and their reasoning ain't worth the shit. It was already bad before they took it, and now it's gotten even worse. And if you're not under, the direction of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, whether you took it or didn't take it, you through. You ain't right no way. So, I mean, it's just a reminder, man, to stay circumspect, man, and don't be going back and forth with these jakes out here, man, because they ain't right, man. And it goes for Esau, Edom, too. Don't be going back and forth with these people, man. Understand, we've been blessed with the situation, and look at things in a spiritual mindset. So, Lord willing, I hope and pray this was an edifying lesson. Once again, I'm going to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem, Rakak Radash. Till the next time, Lord willing, I'll say Shalom.